Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Kyotoka. I'm Ryusei. Today I introduce how to make Japanese traditional pickles, Fukujinzuke. Fukujinzuke is soy sauce based pickles. If we go to Japanese curry restaurants, we can find Fukujinzuke very easily. But it is quite difficult to find handmade Fukujinzuke even in Japan. The reason is very simple. It needs a lot of work to make Fukujinzuke. However, the taste is special. Fukujinzuke has amazing and complex flavor of the vegetables. I wish you will experience this taste. Yes, let's make it. At first, I'll make the original sauce, and this is a recipe. Let's combine the sauce ingredients. I add the sake and the mirin to the pot and heat it to remove the alcohol. It takes a little bit long time, about 5 minutes, because the amount of sake and mirin is large. I check it by smell. If I don't feel the sharp smell, I add other ingredients. The reason of using starch syrup is that it makes the pickles shiny and keeps its moisture. And 6 soy sauce, koikuchi, and tamari shoyu. Tamari shoyu adds a richer and more complex flavor. And the rice vinegar. And stir it to melt the starch syrup. Okay. And this is Ryusei Kombu, which is grown in eastern Hokkaido. Ryusei Kombu has a richer flavor in Japanese kombu, so I selected to harmonize with rich sauce and many types of vegetables. I add kombu to the sauce and heat it for 15 minutes over low heat. 15 minutes later, turn off the heat. The sauce is done. Ideally, I rest the sauce overnight in the fridge. The flavors blend together. Next, I'll cut the vegetables. Today I prepared 7 types of vegetables, and this is a list. And Fukujinzuke normally contains over 5 types of vegetables, and it may be difficult to find lotus root and Hojiso in other countries. So if you like, please try to make Fukujinzuke with these vegetables. And I'll cut 1 kilogram of vegetable totally. Yes, let's cut them. At first, white radish, daikon, which is grown in Kanagawa Prefecture. The skin of daikon is thick, so it is important to peel off it a little bit thicker. Okay, then I cut it into 1 cm cubes. When they heated, they shrink. That's why please cut it slightly larger pieces. Okay. Next, eggplant, which is grown in Kochi Prefecture. Eggplant also shrinks when it's heated, so I cut it into slightly larger cubes as well. Nice. Next, cucumber, which is grown in Chiba Prefecture. I slice it at 5 mm intervals, a little bit thicker than normal pickles. The reason is same as daikon and eggplant. Nice. Then carrot, which is grown in Chiba Prefecture. I divide it into half and slice it. Carrot doesn't shrink so much when it's heated, so I slice it thinner than cucumber. Okay, next ginger, which is grown in Kochi Prefecture. I peel off the skin and cut it into as thinly as possible. Then I chop it. Ginger will add nice flavor to Fukujinzuke. Okay, this is lotus root, which is grown in Niigata Prefecture. I peel off the skin. Nice. And divide it into quarters. Lotus root also doesn't shrink when it's heated, that's why I slice it thinly. It may be difficult to find lotus root in some countries, but this crunchy texture is good accent, so if you find it, please try it. Okay, I've cut the vegetables. The size of them is like this. And we need to blanch lotus root for about 3 minutes. Lotus root becomes sweeter when it's heated. I check it by tasting. Okay, I drain a sieve and let it cool. We need a time to cool it, so I recommend to cut and blanch lotus root first. The tip of preparing the vegetable is to change the cut size depending on the vegetables. This careful preparation creates an amazing texture in Fukujinzuke. Okay, next step. I add all vegetables to the large bowl. Okay, and this is Hojiso, which is grown in Aichi Prefecture. Hojiso is immature fruits of shiso leaves. The preparation is so simple. I take immature fruits from the stems. Very easy. But the direction is important. If it's opposite, we don't take them smoothly. Nice. I prepared all vegetables. And this is 10 grams of salt, which is produced in Yamaguchi Prefecture. I add half salt and mix them. All salt. Okay. I distribute the salt entirely. This salt for dehydrating, not for seasoning. I remove the water and concentrate the flavor of the vegetables. I flatten it. Okay, perfect. Then I put a weight on it and let it stand for 30 to 40 minutes. Please give a moment. My goal is to reach 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. You can know a lot of Japanese food recipes and culture. If you like the video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you. 40 minutes later, I remove the weight. The vegetables released a lot of water. If they didn't release the water, please let it stand for more 10 minutes. Okay. Then I squeeze out the water carefully. This work is essential to enhance the flavor and preserve it for a longer time. Okay, good. I've squeezed all vegetables. Let's finish Fukujinzuke. At first, I remove the kombu and transfer the sauce to the large pot. Okay, then I turn on the heat. Once the sauce boils, I add the vegetables. Good. I spread and soak the vegetables into the sauce. Now the sauce is not enough to cover the vegetables completely, but it is okay. The sauce starts to boil. I stir it and turn the vegetable over to distribute the sauce entirely. Okay, when it boils again, I turn off the heat and drain a sieve. I separate the sauce and vegetables and return the sauce to the pot. I let the vegetables cool. Leave it for about 15 minutes. Once they are cooled, I squeeze out the water. This work is one of the hardest steps of making Fukujinzuke. Okay, I repeat this work 3 times. This juice has delicious flavor of the vegetables, so I add it to the sauce and heat it again. Once the sauce boils, I skim off the foam to make the sauce clear. Okay, and return the vegetables. Good. I stir it. The sauce almost covers the vegetables because the vegetable released the juice and shrunk. And I add the juice to the sauce. Once it starts to boil again, I drain a sieve. This repetitive work is essential to keep the crunchy texture of the vegetables. The appearance has changed from before. I return the sauce to the pot. Once the vegetables are cooled, I squeeze out the water. I add the juice again and heat it. Once the sauce boils, I add them. This is the last time, and soak the vegetables in the sauce. The sauce covers them well. When it boils again, I turn off the heat and drain a sieve. Okay, I separate the sauce and vegetables and let it all cool. The vegetables shrunk and became browned. The appearance changed so much. First, second, and third. I transfer the sauce to the pot, and once the vegetables are cooled, I squeeze them again. This tough works elevates the quality of the dish so much. Okay, the vegetables are done. I add the juice and turn on the heat. I heat it for 10 minutes to thicken the sauce. Reducing the sauce helps to preserve it for a longer time and makes the flavor rich and complex. Almost. Okay, I turn off the heat and pour the hot sauce to the vegetables. I mix them. Okay, all work is completed. I let it cool and keep it in the fridge overnight. The flavors blend together. Next day, the vegetables absorb the sauce well. It looks shiny and beautiful. Let's arrange it on the plate. Okay, Fukujinzuke is done. It is good with the rice and sake. This pickles Fukujinzuke is so delicious. Thank you. Did you enjoy? Actually, it needs a lot of work to make Fukujinzuke. However, the taste is amazing. And we can preserve it for 10 days in the fridge. I hope you will enjoy Japanese traditional pickles Fukujinzuke. Thank you for watching to the end. I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Have a nice day. See you later.